Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Rain Day Gaming. My name is Rain Day, and today I wanted to do a special commentary edition of a Soul gameplay. And this build I actually try in this game is full attack speed. So I'm going to be using all of these attack speed items. I actually don't get into witchblade, but I believe I buy every single one of those other items in this game, along with Polynomicon and Shoes of Focus on her. And I want to show you guys the results, because someone basically started me on the train of thought the other day. What would happen if I built Fatalis on Soul? Soul's a very powerful basic attack mage, and I kind of tend to basic attack with her and to get most of my kills. I don't know if you guys have any different experience, but that's kind of been my experience with her. And so I thought to myself, you know, I keep building all of these huge magical power burst items for number 2, like Soul Reaver and Rod of Tahuti, and, you know, Polynomicon, of course, just is a core, I think, for her, because it's just so effective and can proc so frequently. And someone asked me what proc meant. It just means to activate. You just activate that passive very frequently. But I started thinking, well, you know what? What if I really went Fatalis? What if I even went past Fatalis and got Telkhines Ring, and Demonic Grip, and Fatalis, and Winged Blade? I mean, what if I did all of that? And pretty much I found that, you'll see, it was a treat of a game for me. I really had a lot of fun. You see here our team aggressing here. I've got a Kumbhakarna, a Neath. Hercules picks up the Neath here, pushes him back, but the Neath backflips away. Kumbhakarna with the root there, Nox trapping him in her ball of silence there. Never want to be stuck in that black ball. I'm not sure a lot of black balls you ever want to be stuck in, but of course we can go with some serious sexual innuendos in there in a moment. Kumbhakarna with a nice stun. Soul finishing up, going with the ultimate, does not miss, connects. The Hercules goes for the pullback and gets it, but I retreat behind the corner here, going incorporeal, and Kali is there to finish off Master Hung, the on her on the enemy team, and give us that 1-0 lead, and of course that precious, crucial first blood, which gives us a little bit of extra gold. Not too much of a difference. I find that most kills happen for me in arena basically right after I grab my speed buff on the left side. Coming back into lane, it's very, very easy to get killed there, as well as if you're the mage, like a mage that with a lot of lack of mobility, like Anubis or something like that. Soul doesn't have that issue. But as you can see here, Kumbhakarna goes ahead and stuns the Isis very well. Kali with the bleed goes ahead and takes her down. The Aphrodite heal comes out onto the on her, so he's able to ult and get back into the fight. Kumbhakarna trying to block some of the spears, but those pass through anything, buddy, so that's not really helping your team. Although good intentions, good ideas. Kumbhakarna there going to initiate on the Hercules, who is playing a little aggressive and not getting as much done as he wanted. He's gotten a couple good picks on me, a couple other players, but hasn't been able to follow that up with some real damage and putting them into some serious situations. So I'm going back here to go pick up Telkhines Ring, actually. I've been saying Telkhines, but it's actually Telkhines, so it's good that I actually figured that out. I think I'm picking up Polynomicon here first, so that's actually what I do. Grab Polynomicon second with this build, just because I think it's so core. You grab it second, you have it the entire game. That's just every single time from now on. It's only 2.5 minutes. It's going to be proccing pretty much. You know, around the 4th minute, I'll have that completed. So Isis going with the Spirit Ball. Team split up a little bit. You never want to see this in arena. Your tank, my tank is over there. I'm trying to get near him, but Hercules is blocking me off. I essentially have no peel to get back there unless I want to go and put myself behind Hercules, which opens me up for a driving strike, stun, 300 damage back into the enemy team, and I don't want to be an easy target. If I go ahead and basic attack Hercules while he's trying to back, Isis throws the ball and misses. He goes to peel me up, but it does not work. Kali with the gunpowder, taking him to a little bit of a stun, bringing him down a little low, forced to use her ultimate because the Anubis comes over with the Plague of Locusts and takes her out. The Nox catching 2 people, actually 3 in the Ball of Silence, but only holding on to the on her, who's still aggressing on the left side, jumps back now. And their team is trying to figure out what they want to do. I go ahead and get my number 2 Stellar Burst onto the Aphrodite. I get stunned by the Isis. The Anubis ult comes out. Can I make it alive? I go incorporeal just in time. The Kumbhakarna goes and initiates onto the Anubis, who's still alive somehow. The Aphrodite coming to try and finish me off, but Kali jumps onto her. Can she finish the deal? Aphrodite's still alive. Master Hung and I going back and forth with our basic attacks, and I have some assistance from Kumbhakarna and Nox to help de-initiate that. Kumbhakarna Nox, who does he knock up into the air? I can't even see it. And still, no one has died from that engagement. Pretty incredible moment there where I just did not see how anyone could not have died. I was just expecting like 20 deaths, but we all retreat unscathed, you know? It's funny when you see those fights on YouTube or something where the guys go and they fight each other and they're getting bloody and they beat up, and then they just back up. They're like, all right, that's it. We fought. We fought. You know, after they've broken their face and, you know, bloodied up and can barely walk, it's like, all right, we did the thing. You know, I feel like you got to have a winner. You got to have someone just say, I did it. I go here, try and steal this buff from the Anubis, but the damage over time, constant tick of his Plague of Locusts actually is strong enough and quick enough to actually steal that, or actually retain it. I was going for the steal. He retains that, and we move back into lane here. Hercules messing around with the Nox on the left-hand side. I try to help out. I activate my number 2 just in case. Hercules waiting around the corner, and I throw that preemptively. Nox silence there with the Aphrodite coming over, trying to aggress on me, but I kind of feel this is a trap. So I go ahead and see Kumbhakarna's been killed. Never good to see her friend die. And the aggression comes out from the Anubis. He traps the Kali into his number 3 and his number 1. Goes ahead, tries to finish her off, but she jumps over the wall. I set myself up with my number 1 to get some heat. Now I am almost at full heat, but I get stunned out of it by Isis. I'm backing up and retreating, getting myself with that fire, catching the Aphrodite on the trail of fire and stunning her right away, allowing Nox to go ahead and place that number 2 underneath her. That silences enemies and has a huge detonate of damage at the end of it. Nox, a very good damaging character, a good character to play with that sets up a lot of damage for characters like Soul, who kind of need a little bit of a role because it's so difficult. Now, at this point, Kumbhakarna quits our team, which is pretty unfortunate and puts us in a difficult situation because now we have no tank. And I'm thinking, what am I going to do? It's been hard to actually play already with this Kumbhakarna because he's been initiating a little too far for me, and he's been kind of doing his own thing. We go ahead and finish off with a fantastic Nox root and silence with a huge detonate damage and a couple of base attacks on me. We go ahead and finish off their Isis. The Aphrodite coming up very, very fast, hits me with a kiss. She wants me, but I turn incorporeal. Say, not this day, baby, not today. I throw my number 2 onto the Honor to hopefully finish him off because I see the Nox taking him down, but it actually hits a minion and explodes right there. The Hercules trying to get behind me to driving strike, and he misses both me and our Neith, but Neith is able to backflip out of it. Anubis goes into his ultimate. Aphrodite heals him back up, and Isis now is pressuring me. Hercules looking for the pull. Kali goes ahead and stuns him. I add some basic attack pressure onto the Hercules. He now starts to retreat. Kali jumps forward. The Soul ultimate comes out for me, but I hit none of my targets. The Anhur, however, gets stunned by the Neith. He looks to retreat. The Aphrodite's still there, linked up to the Hercules, trying to save him. He is in the death zone, but he is still alive. Anubis throws down his, I don't believe it's Plague of Look, grasping hands, and forces me to go incorporeal there. Isis stun coming out, and it actually gets me, although I thought it was out of range. She's looking to kill me right now, and I don't realize it until a little bit too late, but I am able to escape, throw my number 1 on, and I am looking, should I help? And I decide, nah, let's head back to the base. Let's be safe. Let's do what I need to do, which is get my next item and not die. Pretty much always a good plan in Arena, in Smite, in any field. Get your next item and don't die. I don't know. That's good advice, I think, just in any scenario. I can't ever think that's bad advice. But you see the Isis there holding on to the Anubis with a very, very good pull. Root actually now cripples as well with the new additions to the patch for Nox. That number 1 ability actually cripples, so you're not going to be able to use any movement abilities out of that thing. It is a hard lockdown, and I think that's very good. It makes Nox very strong. I really like her. She's a really good character, and she does not get a lot of exposure in the SPL, the Pro League of Smite, so I think this may help. I think people may start experimenting with her more. She certainly is a monster in Arena. The Isis ball comes out, so I use my number 3 to back up quickly, of course, reducing or basically eliminating any movement speed penalty that I would have for going backwards, and essentially having a Fatalis without having to attack and hit all my basic attacks. Jan here, Master Hung and I have been getting in these basic attack wars, and he's going at it again. He has some help with Hercules, and he kills me. No. You mean I'm 0-1? You mean I've done this whole video and I'm 0-1? No! Well, those of you who know me know that I don't put videos out that have no purpose. So just continue to watch. Don't worry. This is going to get a lot better in just a moment. This build, I find, starts to ramp up right after you get Telkhines Ring. And there goes my first kill, although it comes at the cost of a couple minions into our portal. We are still winning. And our Kumbhakarna is still not here. So we are currently 4v5 doing this. I'm surprised I actually didn't die earlier because I had gotten picked. I'd gotten a little bit of a focus from the Honor and the Hercules and the Isis. So it's been something that has definitely made sure for me to have a little bit of danger on my back. I've had a little bit of a mark. Now the Hercules is running haphazardly over to mess with the Kali, and he actually steals the damage buff, which is so annoying. that he was able to do that. That is one of the more frustrating things. I think I have my most frustrating moments in Smite when people are contesting the damage buffs and they actually get it when it should be mine. I feel like I have a right to them. So anyways, I go incorporeal to avoid some damage. The Anubis stun comes out under the Kali, forcing her to retreat. Then Nox grabs the Hercules in her big ball of silence, and we go ahead and finish him off, Neith, with the finishing blow. Now, Neith is still there, grabbing that double kill on the Master Wong, activating one of her broken weaves, and using some area damage to go ahead and finish him off. Aphrodite healing up the Anubis as she looks to aggress. She stuns the Nox, and the Anubis with the stun, the Mummify as well, and the Nox is not able to get away. Haze Fu not having the Haze Fu that he needed to go ahead and live Fu, if you know what I mean. Now Anubis coming forward, Neith looking for the weave, but she misses it, and she misses the stun as well. I go on the right side here, trying to see, and look at that damage coming out from the Polynomicon, the Telkhines ring. Oh man, that is crazy. That is crazy for both of them in area damage. Now the Anubis has put himself in a bad situation. It should be GG for him, and I do finish him off with my ultimate, that being increased now with damage. Neith healing a little bit off the Master Hong on her, but he's going to try and finish her off. I continuously basic attacking him until he's now about 35% health, looking to retreat, but Aphrodite heals him up. I hit him with my number 2, but it's not enough. The Hercules and the Aphrodite with some serious pressure, and Kubakarna goes with the stun. Can we finish her off? The Nox is looking for her. She misses with her ultimate, but she grabs with the roots. I'm sorry, not the ultimate, her number 2, and she misses the ultimate. I was preemptively talking about that, so she does miss the ultimate. I am 2-1-7. We don't finish her off the way I would have liked, but Master Huang does go down, and Haze Fu gets that kill on the Aphrodite that she was so looking for. And our team is 12-5, and our Kubakarna has just only come back, so he's about 2 levels behind us, 3 levels behind Beneath. The Kali going ahead and getting that kill on the Anubis, who is just so much fun to play, but a very, very swing character, you know. I go ahead and get some basic attacks, and we just dominate. Too much damage coming out from us. My pressure is just intense right now. As you can see, I'm blowing away these minions. I am attacking super fast. I have Telkhines Ring, and I have Demonic Grip. So I'm applying the stacks. The Aphrodite being very aggressive. I remember this game, the Aphrodite was very, very aggressive, looking for those number 2... actually number 1 stuns, and I get the double kill there, actually, picking up the Aphrodite with a long-range basic attack, and then the Anubis as well. So it does actually work in my favor that the Aphrodite was playing a little bit aggressive there, and that's the cost. I like actually playing Aphrodite aggressive because her stuns do set up a lot of good damage, not only from her with the birds, the doves, and her number 2, but for other players to follow up. The Isis ultimate comes, the Isis stun comes out onto the Kumbhakarna, who rushes back into the fray, stuns 3 characters, perfect stun, and then ults the Isis up into the air, bringing her down. We're going and attacking the Aphrodite, but she goes invulnerable. Can we finish her up? And we do. I'm able to finish her up with my number 2 Stellar Burst there. And let's see what else happens here. Hercules trying to find himself. Just trying to find a way back into this battle. We're kind of zoning him out pretty nicely there. I'm looking to find him again, just basic attack him. And one of my focuses when playing Soul from what I've had in this build is really because I attack so fast, because I have so much damage at my disposal, hitting my number 3 after getting pulled by Hercules there. Very dangerous situation. What a good stun by the Kali, hitting 3 players, and now we were able to go with them with their backs against the wall. I used my ultimate to hit the Anubis. I'm not able to finish him off, however, but the Kumbhakarna is chasing. He looks to try and get the stun, but turns back onto the Hercules, who now is isolated by himself. The Isis does have her stun available, but I look to go ahead and help Nox finish off that Hercules. Now they are going and chasing after me, and they just have too much damage. Again, the stun coming out from the Aphrodite and finishing me off. Now, right now, I'm feeling really good in this game. I'm feeling very confident. I'm feeling like I got what I need. I just pick up my Fatalis. So this is going to introduce a whole new world to me, basically, in terms of Soul. This is what really the video was about, because she just starts attacking so fast. And that damage is real, guys. I mean, her basic attacks at full heat hit hard. And if you have Fatalis going on with that, I mean, you are going to be just annihilating people on her with a really smart pillar, actually blocking off my basic attacks onto the Hercules while I was rooted. I throw my number 2 out, or at least try to, but it's not on cooldown. I would have liked to have that to finish off the on her. I go and basic attack the Aphrodite. You can see just 1-2 basic attacks are taking her down, probably 10% each basic attack. It's pretty incredible. So I hit a couple of those, and she is just down and out for the count. I'm going on the Hercules now, attacking so fast I have to remind myself, Evan, Rainy, just keep focused. Just attack and hit 1 attack, hit 2, hit 3. Don't try and hit 80 in a row. I know you can attack quickly, and that's one of the issues I've seen. So now I just really focus, trying to hit 1, 2, 3, trying to really like find my landing and my spacing and my timing, because you know when you're attacking this fast, it's a little bit unusual. I mean, I don't know, if someone gave you super speed, it'd probably be awesome. I go ahead and try and finish off the honor, but he's smart. He hangs out to the side, waits for his teammates to come, and you'll see him start retreating over on the left hand side there. Now with some links to Aphrodite. Nice move. But again, you'll see he's still staying in the fight. I go ahead and take down the Hercules almost to about half health with the help of Nox. Kumakarna with the stun, and Hercules, he's forced to retreat. I use my number 3 to get away, but I say, you don't honor, you want some? Come get some, buddy. Come get some. What do you want? And I don't finish him off. Can you believe that? But the Isis is here looking like fresh meat, especially with the Nox root, and I go ahead and finish her off and take my kill anyway. I deserve the kill from that, damn it. And that honor running away, man. Don't start something. Don't start something. There won't be nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't start nothing. There won't be nothing. Honor going ahead and trying to make the most of his basic attacks by going against me, but I don't think it's a good idea. And it must be hard, you know, knowing that your whole damage comes from basic attacks, and there's a mage who has damage from abilities that can actually basic attack better than you. But that's the way she works, and that's the way Kronos works. Again, Master Hong trying to go with me. He does not have what it takes, and I go ahead and finish him off there. Master Hong, I'm sorry, man. This is not your fight. And look, Aphrodite, 2 or 3 basic attacks, and she's basically at half health, almost at 30% health. I'm trying to finish her off. I do end up getting her with my stun, which is what I intended, but the Hercules is there with too much pressure, as well as the Isis, who would have killed me even though she had very low health and was being very aggressive, supporting her teammate. I have to retreat, but my teammates end up getting the kill, so I guess that's a worthwhile trade. Our team is really up right now, 147-86, 25-10 in terms of kills, and about by 4,000 gold or so. So we're trying to keep this game just in our favor. You know, these games can always turn right at this area because you get one siege minion in, you have one good push, people aren't expecting it. You know, the team is playing a little extra confident on her, ulting me right now, trying to finish me off, trying to make up for losing that 1v1 with me. I think the other moment there, as I would totally be doing to him if that had happened. But it doesn't work out in his favor. His ultimate is kind of wasted there. Always want to be using that to finish people off if you are on her, because it has that extra long range and can go through walls. But again, I go ahead and take him down again, saying, "Hey man, you're messing with the wrong guy. Can I get out of this alive?" Oh my goodness! And my teammates coming and finish off the Anubis and force back the other enemies there, as we get 2 kills for none in that engagement. Of course, on her, no ultimate, and being dead, that's not going to help you. So I decide, you know what, I'm getting focused here. People are starting to realize I'm doing a good job. So I decide to go ahead and grab Aegis, but then I grab Blink because I'm thinking, you know what? I've had a couple times where I could have killed this on her, where I could have, and there it is. That's the fat-fingered Aegis instead of the Blink, which I wanted to go ahead and blink towards them to go ahead and pick up the kill on the honor who was retreating. But I go ahead and save my ultimate, and I get the rampage. I get the kill on the Anubis, which is just as good, and it counts just as much, by the way. And go ahead and face off this 2v1 with the Hercules and the Aphrodite, looking to kind of style here. But the Neith, with a fantastic weave, snaps the Aphrodite out of her kind of train of movement there and stuns her for a little bit. Her link almost gone with Hercules, but she decides to go back into the fray of the fight now that we spread out. Kumakarna looking for a good stun. I could see it, and I'm trying to basic attack, but with no avail. Looking at the honor now, very, very deep. He jumps out back into the safety of his teammates behind the Anubis, and the damage is real from Victorious Anubis, a huge glass cannon. And like I was saying, I've been playing a lot of Anubis lately. He's just a fun god. I mean, the thing is, you can have a great game with him, and you can have a horrible game with him. But I love the great game so much, I just like playing him. So I go ahead and fire my basic attacks onto the Isis. Anubis again getting that second kill in a couple of minutes, but now he's got nothing in his kit. He's got a Mummify, but I don't think that's going to work, and he's too far away from base for me not to be able to catch up with him. So I looked at go ahead and finish him off with a couple of basic attacks, but the pressure from the Hercules and the save from the Aphrodite actually lets Anubis go ahead and retreat back to safety. Now I am going hard on the Hercules, basic attacking him, and Haze Food gets the final kill with her root that does damage over time. A fantastic ultimate onto the honor, and of course my ult doesn't finish him off. Freaking honor. Freaking Master Hung. That really pissed me off, but the Isis now is in so much trouble. She misses me with the stun. I go ahead and finish her off, and I'm looking to finish off the Anubis as well. Will it be enough? It is not enough, and I do not want to go farther ahead and risk dying here. We have only 4 ticks to go. I am 11-2 right now, so you can see that Rampage turned into something pretty incredible, especially with this build showing off how fast, when you really get into someone's face, Soul can be attacking and just taking people down. I find that extra attack speed doesn't actually hurt her. I think her abilities still find their way to be successful and dynamic in the fight, with the slow on her number 2 especially being the key component that I think sets people up. You see here 11-2 and 14. The rest of my teammates, the only teammate that did relatively well was Denise, who went 8-2. But you can see 53,000 player damage is actually the highest damage I think I've gotten on Soul with this match. Pretty incredible, pretty insane. I'm very excited about this build. Going Shoes of Focus, Polynomicon, and then the 4 attack speed items, Winged Blade at the end, because I think it adds the extra utility, it adds the extra cooldown, and it adds that passive that allows me to, if I get in trouble, get slowed, actually increase my speed. So it makes me harder to lock down, and with a basic attack build and orientation, that's what I need. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Never give up, never stop gaming. I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time.